If you've ever run a restaurant, you know the day doesn't really end when the last customer leaves, right? For so many owners and managers, that's when a whole second shift starts, this tedious financial reconciliation. So today, we're going to dive into how you can completely transform that process from a nightly headache into a 2-minute task.
So let's talk about Maria, the owner of Bistro Bella. This quote here, this isn't just some text on a slide. This is the nightly reality for countless people in the restaurant business. That feeling of just being wiped out, the fear of making a costly mistake after a crazy long day, and just that sheer dread of sitting down with a spreadsheet instead of finally heading home. It's a universal pain point for sure.
And Maria's struggle, it really shines a light on this massive, kind of hidden cost in the restaurant industry. This nightly grind, it's way more than just an inconvenience. It's a huge drain on your time, your morale, and honestly, your ability to actually grow the business.
Let's just put that into perspective for a second. If you're spending just 1 hour a night on this, that adds up to 360 hours a year. You know what that is? That is 9 full 40-hour work weeks. Just imagine what you could do with 9 extra weeks to focus on your menu, your staff, or your customers instead of just punching in numbers. So, what does this whole grind actually look like? Well, it's this multi-step, error-prone dance. First, you're exporting data from your point of sale system. Then, you're manually trying to categorize everything: food, drinks, merch. Then you got to separate out all the tips and the different payment types, type every single line into Quickbooks, and finally, just cross your fingers and hope it all balances out. It's a complete recipe for burnout.
So why is this seemingly simple task so incredibly difficult? I mean, it should be easy, right? Well, the answer isn't about being bad with numbers. It actually lies in this fundamental conflict inside the software that restaurants rely on every single day.
Think about it. Your point-of-sale system is built for one thing: speed and efficiency out on the floor. Get those orders in, take the payment, move on. But QuickBooks, that's built for financial accuracy and tax compliance. They were never designed to talk to each other, which leaves the restaurant manager stuck in the middle as this overworked, underpaid translator between the two.
So your POS sees a margarita pizza on table 12 that was paid for with a Visa. Simple. But QuickBooks, it needs to see that as a credit to a very specific food revenue account and a debit to a merchant account liability. And so every single night, managers like Maria are forced to manually translate every single one of those transactions from the language of operations to the language of finance.
So if these two critical systems are speaking completely different languages, what we really need is a bridge. An intelligent, automated solution that can connect the world of the dining room to the world of the back office and do it instantly and perfectly every time. And here's what that bridge looks like in practice. It's a really simple 4-step flow. The system automatically just ingests the daily report from your POS. It then interprets and maps all that messy operational data. It validates that everything balances, and then it posts it directly to QuickBooks. And all of this happens automatically in the background before you've even finished wiping down the counters.
The magic in the middle here is Claude AI. Think of it as the perfect bilingual employee who instantly understands the operational slang of your POS and speaks the grammatically perfect language of accounting that QuickBooks requires. The best part? It never gets tired and it never, ever makes a typo.
Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this actually mean for Maria day to day? The change to her nightly routine is, well, it's nothing short of revolutionary.
I mean, just look at this difference. Before, Maria's end of day was this 90-minute ordeal that had her leaving well after 1 in the morning. Now, she closes the drawer, glances at a confirmation email on her phone, and she's on her way home 15 minutes later. The work is already done.
Her total time commitment for nightly reconciliation is now just 2 minutes. Let that sink in. Not 1 to 2 hours of stressful, mind-numbing data entry, but just 2 minutes to review a confirmation that tells her the job is finished and it's been done correctly.
And when you factor in the cost of the automation versus the sheer value of the time saved, the return on investment is a staggering 650%. To put it simply, for every single dollar you spend on this, you get $6.50 back in reclaimed time and efficiency. This isn't just about making life easier. It's one of the smartest financial moves a restaurant can make.
So, saving time is fantastic, but that's just the beginning. The real power of this automation is how it completely transforms your approach to managing the business and gives you a true competitive edge.
Look, that 30 hours you get back every month isn't just free time, it's strategic time. It's time you can finally reinvest into what truly matters: developing the menu, training your staff, marketing, the things that actually grow your business, instead of just documenting it.
When your financial data is accurate and up to date every single day, you move from being reactive to proactive. You're no longer finding out about a problem weeks after it happened. You spot a supplier price hike the very next morning. You see a dip in munch sales, and you can react immediately, not next month.
Here's a perfect example. Because her data was always fresh, Maria's new weekly reports flagged that the price of her chicken had jumped 15%. She caught it right away, switched suppliers, and saved over $4,000 a year. That single insight paid for the automation service for 2 years. This is the kind of intelligence that was previously buried, and now it's right there at your fingertips.
And this is the kind of strategic clarity that just becomes effortless. Suddenly, you can see with perfect accuracy the true profitability of your dine-in versus delivery. You can finally understand how much those third-party app fees are really costing you, and you can make much smarter decisions about your pricing, your menu, and who you partner with.
So we'll end with this, and it's not a rhetorical question. If you genuinely had an extra 30 hours next month, time that you are currently spending on manual data entry, what is the single most impactful thing you would do to grow your restaurant? Because that is the real opportunity that we're talking about here.